All right, we're live. Look at this. Live on the internet. I think. Yeah, that's right. I think I'm live. I've got another device over here. I'm just gonna listen to myself because that's the kind of narcissist that I am, and I wanna make sure that my dulcet tones are coming through as intended. So let me just get these little guys synced up so you don't hear me echoing. I gotta give time for the people to come in. The audience, they're rolling in. The producer says I gotta just vamp a little bit. Um, yeah, they're coming anytime. Hundreds, thousands, maybe, is what I'm hearing. So let's just. I've never done this before. Have I never done this before? I can't remember. I've done the live streaming before. Um, I've done live. Oh, you cannot hear me at all, can you? What is? Oh, hang on. Oh, there we go. Oh, you can hear me. Now I can hear me too. Oh, there's a little delay on there. All right. Well, it sounds good enough. Good enough for the effort I was willing to put into it to try it out. So yeah, I got a thingamajigger in the house. I got better camera and a better microphone, but I would have had to bring that stuff out here, and we're all about the rustic. There's no editing on this. And you know what happens? I I have seen now 2 weeks in a row the Big Banana has done his Effort Friday live, and he's an important man in the brew tubing world. He has millions, if not hundreds of millions of followers, and I am but a lowly peon. So I can't stream live from my phone because YouTube took that from me. They took my platform away. I used to be able to just bust the phone out and just spout nonsense live on the internet whenever I wanted. And I did. And I did. Go back to however many years ago that was, when I made a bunch of live videos from a beer festival, uh, which probably will come back to haunt me. Those are gonna James Gunn me someday. I know it. Um, but yeah, I figured out a way to go live on the internet. Um, and I didn't get to it yesterday. Yesterday I didn't. I know it's Saturday, so I came up with this whole Saturday Night Live Effort Friday type thing, because I missed yesterday, and I missed yesterday because, well, I wasn't feeling it. Messed my shoulder up, and I was on a ton of painkillers. And I thought, you're not supposed to dump on top of a bunch of muscle relaxers and painkillers is 2 beers, 2 half and half beers. So I did not do that. It was it was it would have been against the advice of my doctor. I mean, you all know my doctor, Dr. Vinny Bumbatz. That is a really old joke for people even older than me. I'm gonna just send a link. You can't see my screen, can you? Can't see all of the terrible. I don't have anything open. I'm just sending a link to some people. I'm just gonna send a link to a friend who he said he was gonna watch me, and yeah, give him a second to pop in. Who's out there? Who's out? I can see there's 3. Can I actually see who's watching? No, can just see that there are 3 people watching. All right, what do I got going? Let me go grab my beer. I was messing around with the laptop and I way overfilled this glass, basically overflowed it. So I might drink out of the drip tray later. It's probably like half a beer in the drip tray right now. But that's what happens live. It's the kind of stuff you can expect live. I have. I've got stuff. I got things. So getting back to what was I? Yeah. So Big Banana's been doing them live. I got jealous. I won't. I'm not gonna. I'm not. I'm not too big of a man to say that I wasn't jealous. I was jelly. Um, and what I did was I found a way to cheat. And I have. You are on my laptop right now, out here in the brew house. I am. I don't have a power cord out here for my laptop, so we will see how long this live stream can last. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like. I'm not going to do it forever. No, I'm not going to go crazy with it. Just want to try it out. In fact, to see how well it works and if it sounds like crap or something, or if I absolutely hate it afterwards. Anyway, yeah. I see why doing these live is it's there's even less of a filter than when I'm because I at least when I've got the phone and I'm recording, if something goes like terribly wrong, I can always just be like, all right, well, I'm gonna start over. I cannot start over this time, but all right. So what I've got for you tonight, I am going to do a half and half. Did I? Oh crap! Did I bring my glass? Oh crap! It's way over there. I'm gonna have to be doing some walking around. I have some beers, and I have some other beverages, some other weird. Um, went to the store. Went to the store to get some stuff for tonight. So I've got some options, and I was going to do some audience participation. Dr. Hans is in the chat. How you doing, buddy? I'm gonna. Why am I gonna chat? I'm not gonna chat to you. I'm gonna. I'll just say hello here, and instead of also saying hello in text form. Thank you for stopping by. I'm gonna do a live half and half. And yeah, I've got some options. I'm gonna start kind of moving those over here. I've extended the bar top today, so I actually have a much longer bar. So there are actually things now out of camera that I can grab hold of. But yeah, I bought just a bunch of supermarket crap to see what would and I think I've got a first tonight. Sorry, I'm really reaching over there for this. I have a first. I have a first. I am also doing great. Thank you for asking. Um, I think I've got a first for F It Friday. I was at the supermarket and I bought. Let me just grab hold of these guys, these suckers. I bought some seltzers. So these are hard seltzers. They are very new to Denmark. They are maybe in other, I know in the US they are very popular, possibly other European countries, but in Denmark they are very new. So these are some of the first ones on the market. This one is a Summersby, which they're a brand, a Carlsberg brand, and they're usually cider. If you can call it cider, they're like sugar cider. They make cider anyway, flavored ciders. Carlsberg mass produced the Summersby. That's their cider label, and now apparently also their hard seltzer label. So this is a mango and passion fruit, alcoholic sparkling water, naturally flavored. Ooh, naturally, 4.5% alcohol. And then your good old buddies from your teenage years, Smirnoff. Smirnoff has made a hard seltzer, at least in the European market. Who are they targeting with this? Can you tell who this can might be marketed towards? We got calorie information here. It's got pink all over it. Oh, Smirnoff, what are you doing? So this is Smirnoff seltzer, vodka and sparkling water. They're not even messing around by trying to pretend that it's that hard seltzer is not just vodka and water. And this is raspberry and rhubarb. This is 4.7%, but it's less calories than the Summersby. Carlsberg, what are you trying to make me fat, Carlsberg? That's not cool. So you're going to see it first live. The two of you who are here, perhaps Dr. Hans and one other person, are going to see live history where I am going to F it Friday it with a seltzer. So I actually bought, before I bought the seltzer, I bought the two I was considering doing. And I was going to do like a whole voting thing. I also can't wait. I was going to do a whole voting thing, and I got some crafty Carlsbergs. This is Jakobsen. This is their craft beer sub brand of Carlsberg. And you can tell that they're really flying off the shelves because they are discounted down to 10 kroner. Oh, that is for sure. So yeah, I have these Jakobsens. I was gonna do, this is the brown ale, which I remember back in the day. This was craft beer in Denmark. If you went to like a bar, you could get a Carlsberg, you could get a Carlsberg Classic, or if you were some fancy pants, you could get yourself a Jakobsen brown ale, which was also a Carlsberg, but it was brown. So that was your craft beer back about 10 years ago here in Denmark. So I was going to do a crafty Carlsberg, half and half, or I bought the quintessential Danish supermarket craft beer, Limfjordsporter, which is a 7.9% smoked licorice porter, double brown stout, as it says. The label is always like double brown stout Limfjordsporter. It's confusing. But this has been around in Denmark forever. This is the kind of go-to. It's a good beer, but like I said, it's smoky and kind of licoricey and dark, and very full. And then I bought a Corona. You guys, they got them in the stores again. Finally, it's not like I've been waiting for them to come back or anything, but they are available again. And I was gonna do a smoky Corona. So, but then I saw the seltzers, and I thought, man, you gotta do a seltzer, right? So we are gonna do. Oh my God, look at this guy, all direct from the homeland. Hello, Mr. Van Bach. Yeah, I know that you ain't got nothing fancy like raspberry and rhubarb hard seltzer up there in northern Michigan. Cheers, buddy. Cheers, Dr. Hans. Cheers, mystery guest who is also watching. I see you up there. All right, let's get into this. Let's do one. Maybe I'll do two. I don't know. Maybe I'll just pour all this shit into a glass and sit here and drink it. Here's my opener. I think what I'm gonna do is just to keep it in the under the 20-minute mark. I'm gonna do a half and half with the Limfjordsporter and a seltzer. So choose your poison. What do you think? We're gonna go smoky licorice raspberry rhubarb or smoky licorice mango passion fruit. I will let you guys decide while I pour some Limfjords. This is also a big bottle, so if this goes completely off the rails, I can always dump it out and just start another one. I got all night. I'm live on the internet. I got 90% power left, and do this all day. All right, here's some smoky. There we go. That'll, you know what? A little bit more. Tip a little bit more in there. That'll do her. SLRR. We got I think that's the raspberry rhubarb. I actually agree with you, and it actually could be more palatable with a raspberry rhubarb. I've had raspberry in dark beers before, so it may actually be semi-drinkable even. But yeah, you know what? F it. Let's do it. Here's get this thing. Got the perfect pour. And yeah, all right, raspberry rhubarb. Look at that little tiny can. Oh, it's only 250 milliliters. What a jip. This one's 330. So this one's like a normal. This one's a normal can size. This one's like one of those little airline sodas. Let's crack this open. What do we got here? Wow, that's very raspberry, very fake raspberry. Um, yeah, I just smell fake raspberry. Cheers. Oh, that is foul. It tastes like it tastes like my aunt was diabetic, so everything had to be sugar free in her house, and it tastes like sugar free hard candies that we would mistakenly eat because that was the only thing if you were visiting the cousins. And they would have a bowl full of just, I mean, it tastes like sugar-free cough drops or yeah, sugar-free candy. Um, it's awful. It's oh god, it's terrible. It's just super artificial raspberry cough syrup, but then with that disgusting sugar-free aftertaste. All natural flavors though, so great. I probably won't die. Why am I reading this like it's the freaking Bible? Here we go. Let's see. I think this is gonna float because it's friggin' water, and this is a 7.9% double brown stout porter. So I'm relatively sure that this is gonna float, but we're about to see. It's gonna be look at here in history. In raspberry rhubarb Limfjords porter. Oh shit, it's not floating. How? No, wait, it is. Hang on. We're gonna have to go all in on this, boys. Hold on to your horses. Oh dear Lord. Are you seeing this on the camera? That. Oh, look at that, boys. Look at that. I'm scared. I'm not afraid to admit it. I am not too much of a man to say that I am scared of what is in this glass. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think that I've pushed too far. I Jurassic Park comes to mind. You know, scientists. So you only asked if you could, not if you should. And I just don't. I don't think I should have done this. I think that I think I made mistakes, but it's too late now. I've gone too far. I've gone too right. Astonishing. That's exactly right, Martin. I cannot look. It's friggin' clear. Well, it's kind of. I should have poured it into a glass so I could actually see what that crap looked like before I poured it in here. But it is. I can see the screen through there. I can. What does it smell like? Oh boy, that is the smell there. Raspberry, raspberry licorice. Not like Twizzlers. I'm talking about like raspberry English licorice, like salty raspberry licorice, black cherry no, raspberry. That's what I'm going for. All right. If I don't make it, tell my wife I loved her, and I'm sorry. This is for all mankind. Hold on. I'm going to try and get off the. I wasn't expecting it to be this bad. I just need to hang on. I need to catch up I did not expect it to be this bad. Oh God, I think I didn't expect this. I was really ramping up there with the whole shtick that it was. Oh no, I've broken science and all that, and oh God, it's gonna kill me. That's about to actually kill me. This might actually kill me, boys. This might be the end of me. God, that's foul for the internet. Imagine, if you will, you've got a cold and you need some cough syrup because you got to go to work. I mean, you got to work tomorrow because we're all working from home right now. It's not like you can really call in sick because I got a cough, and you just need to get some sleep because you got to get up and you got to sit in front of the computer tomorrow. So you go to the store and you get yourself some cough medicine, right? Just you got to get that sleep. And there on the shelf, you got your classic cherry, um, and you got your raspberry, and then next to it is just campfire cough syrup. And you take that campfire cough syrup and you take it home, you take a long swig out of it, and then you regret everything that has led up to what just happened, as I do at this exact moment. This is campfire cough syrup. And it actually engages my gag reflex a little bit. Um, it's bad. The Limfjords is there with the very strong licorice and smoke, but then it combines with that with this and that NutraSweet, that fake sugar, fake raspberry Andes candies, and it just is unbelievably bad. Just unbelievably bad. Um, I'm seeing some commentary here. It is a really good separation. I have to drink it all. Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, it did. It sounded great on the tin, didn't it? I mean, who doesn't want raspberry campfire? Uh, Cavonia, what's that? Did you hard seltzer it with Summersby? I did not do hard seltzer. I didn't do the Summersby one. I mean, I've mostly drank the seltzer off the top. It is mostly Limfjords Porter now. Question is, why not? Should I just put the mango and passion fruit Summersby hard seltzer on top? Let's separate it again. No, I'm gonna drink it. Heck yeah! But now we're just down to the decent beer. Yeah, that was complete Limfjords Porter right there. Oh, there we go. Now it's washed the taste of that terrible, terrible concoction out of my mouth. That's very nice. Yeah, you're right. Let's top it up. Why not? I'm a glutton for punishment. I'll do whatever the internet tells me to do. Ah, pop a little more Limfjords on there just to get a head going. Here we go. This is peer pressure, and I want you to know that I'm. Oh, fuck. Oh, I should actually try this, right? Huh. I think it's not too bad. Um, I haven't had a lot of hard seltzers. They came into the American oeuvre after long after I left, and I have not really been back. Oh crap! I overfilled it. I've not really been. When I'm back, I drink beer that I because there's so much awesome beer to drink. So I don't drink hard seltzer because again, there's so much great beer to drink. So I have not had very many hard seltzers in my existence, but there we go. There it is again, unholy separation. And all right, let's get a smell on this one. What the? Yeah, Limfjord's Porter is way too it, and I feel like it's gotten more licorice over the. Let's you know what? I'm gonna put this off for a second. Let's talk about Limfjord's Porter. Um, I would say that, and this could also be just my tastes changing, but I would say probably 10 years ago, Limfjords was like my go-to. If I saw it on tap, I would drink a pint of it. It was my go-to drink in like concert places because it was like a beer that you'd get in like a rock concert like concert place would have bottles. So it was my go-to, and then I feel like over the past I don't know 4 or 5 years, it's gotten sweeter and it's gotten more licoricey, and I don't know. Again, could just be my tastes have changed a lot, but that is my personal opinion on Limfjord's Porter. In case you were wondering. All right, I can't put this off any longer. Mango and passion fruit Limfjord's Porter. Happy Effet Friday on a Saturday. Thanks to everybody who has joined me at it's 8 o'clock Danish time. I don't know where the heck you guys. Well, I know Dr. Hans is in Sweden, so it's also probably 8 o'clock for him too. But I can officially say this is night and this is Saturday Night Live. So suck it. All right, that was all seltzer. Again, it's pretty good. It's it's got a very candy. It's very candy like, very like mango candy. Uh, some licorice is sweet. Danish licorice is salty. So take that. This is sweet English licorice though. You are right. This is like black English licorice. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting into it. That's not too bad. That's. I actually thought the raspberry one was going to be better. I actually was glad that we were going to do the raspberry one because I thought, yeah, raspberry and stout that goes together. You know, raspberry chocolate. Even licorice, raspberry licorice. I've had that before, unfortunately, because Denmark and everything has to be a licorice. But this isn't too bad. Yeah, a little bit of passion smoke, a little bit of passionate smoke. Yeah, passion fruit porter smoke. That's actually the licorice is totally gone, gone, smack, just out the door. There's a hint of smoke and a little bit of chocolate, and then just passion fruit for days. Obviously, I'm getting down through the seltzer, so that's probably not going to last. But oh, that's good. That's actually look. I just put a Summersby into a bottle of Limfjord's Porter. It's not good, but it's surprisingly more palatable than I thought it was going to be. Um, Yeah, that's good stuff. That was way better than the raspberry one. That was foul. I would give this like I don't know, 13 stars out of 46. That's my rating. Uh, why is it in Denmark that so many of the dark beers, such as porter and stout, have smoke and licorice in it? Um, actual licorice. Super Pilatos. Yeah, that's. I actually just I bought my wife a pack of that when I was at the store when I was picking this up. Uh, I don't know why Danes like. Well, licorice is extremely popular here. Like really, really popular. Everything has licorice. There's licorice ice cream, licorice candy. Well, obviously, I guess licorice is just a candy, but yeah, it's a common it's common in a lot of beers. It was a lot worse. I would say, yeah, like 8-10 years ago when craft beer was really only starting out in Denmark. Then like everybody was making a licorice beer or two, just to kind of appeal to the market, which they thought that craft beer was just some like the same as like uh, like holiday beers with spices and shit in it. So everybody just put licorice into a stout and called it a day and sold that. And it flew off the shelves back then. So I guess it worked. It was awful. It's just awful. But a lot of that stuff has disappeared. But most of the stuff in Denmark, like stout wise, if you're talking about like supermarket type stuff. Like I'm not talking about like super craft beer from like smaller breweries, but the like mid-size and big breweries. If they're going to make a stout, they're going to lean it towards licorice because I mean that's the palate here. What's going on in the chat here? Uh, uh, licorice liquor. Oh yeah. What the heck is that called? Sambuca? Is that no? That's Greek, right? That's what you said. That's Greek. Sorry. Yeah, it's Sambuca, right? Man, I I've had Sambuca a handful of times in my life, and then was a handful. Oh, Uzo, yeah, Uzo too. Oh, maybe it's Uzo I'm thinking of. I've had when I first moved to Denmark as a young buck, as a young American buck. Um, I I was wont to go out to the drinking establishments of the city that I found myself in, which was on the west coast of Denmark. It wasn't the most cultured city in all of the world. Wasn't the biggest city, but it was where my wife was studying her university program. The campus was there, so that's where we lived. And I would go out to the drinking establishments, and it was every Dane's joy to force feed me as many licorice shots as possible, and then what they would do is that they would buy me a round of something. There's something here in Denmark called fisk, and there's also gul, and they are very intense licorice. Fisk, you would know as Fisherman's Friends. It's liquid Fisherman's Friends, which are like licorice cough drops, black licorice cough drops. The small bro, yeah. Yep. All of them, just any of them, doesn't matter. All of them, absolutely any of them. And what I learned to do through many an evening was to drink them because they're awful. They just taste awful for especially for someone with a non-Danish like coming from that is not what Americans would drink. So what I learned to do is I learned to be able to do the shots of that stuff without making a face at all. So so someone would just come down and really excited. I'd meet some guys at a bar or something that they would find out I was American, and they would bring me, shots of Fisk or something, and then I just learned to just go talk, and that used to amuse me to no end. It still does. I do it with schnapps now. Uh, um, or burning wine, Bandin. That's kind of like the middle-aged Dane thing that they always bring me when I'm at parties where people don't know me. They'll bring me a schnapps, and I've also learned to just thanks. Still amuses me. Still amuses me. Yeah, Fisk is it's if you know what Fisherman's Friend is, it's like a cough drop type of thing, candy lozenge. I don't know. It comes in a white package. It's got like an old timey fisherman on the front of it. It's black licorice. I don't know if it's supposed to be medicine or candy, or I don't know. I've never actually eaten one, but it's basically liquefied that in vodka, and it tastes like black licorice. It's awful. I haven't had it in a long time. When I moved away from the West Coast, that was when the schnapps actually started more than the Fisk. I don't think I've lived on the island here, the middle island of Funen, for 8 years. Yeah, 8 years, and I don't think I've had Fisk in that entire time. I also stopped going to like college parties and stuff, probably because I wasn't in college anymore. That probably helped a lot in the Fisk department, not going to college parties because what you do is you go down to the border, right? You go down to the German border and you can buy Fisk or nothing. I mean, they're giving it away down there. They got pallets of this stuff, and the Danes just take it by the pallet out the door and take it back in Denmark to, I don't know, torture foreigners with. I don't know who in their right mind would actually want to drink that garbage. Uh, but yeah, that was what. Whenever we're having a big party or something, we go down to Germany, and we gotta buy a bottle of Fisk, and like 6 cases of Slutz Pilsner for 90. 3 cases, 3 24-pack cases of Pilsner was 99 kroner. Oh boy, I've had some hangovers off of that cheap crap, man. Dang, I remember I used to have just a bike shed full of that crap back in my young days. Yeah, just imagine Fisherman's Friend, but in liquid form. Satan. Yes, that is 100% right. Yeah. So this actually, you know what? Now that we're talking about it, and maybe it's just because we're talking about it, but some of that passion fruit, that kind of sweet-ish, because it's not that sweet, but it tastes sweet because it's mango. I don't want to offend Dr. Hans. He's here. He's a guest. He's a guest in this house. I'm not going to offend him by saying that it's Swedish. But it kind of reminds me of Fisk now that I think about it, because Fisk has got that kind of sweetness to it, that sickly sweet black licorice vodka, like cheap vodka shot. And that's kind of what this has now. Please offend. All right. I mean, what could I offend you with? You would have to go I guess Fisk isn't good enough to go into the Systembolaget. I've been told that I say that I pronounce the liquor store in Sweden like a Dane or like American Dane. I can't believe I've been to a lot of Systembolaget's actually. Do they not have Fisk? Do you not have Fisk? Go down there. Get down there and check tomorrow. Oh, they can't be open on Sundays. I mean, you guys, your liquor laws are so crazy. I remember the first time that I ever went to a Systembolaget, um, I was visiting Malmö, which is just across from Copenhagen. And my wife and I, we were driving. No, we were going to Bornholm, which is a Danish island, but it's very close to Sweden. So that the easiest thing to do is to drive to Malmö and then take a ferry down to Bornholm. So that's what we did, and we did a day of it. I'm gonna send you a. I'm gonna. I wish that I could share my desktop. I could send you like a screen or something. A picture. That's how the pictures work. Anyway, so we made a day of it. We were gonna go because I wanted to go. So if you don't know what Sweden has, if anybody ever watches this whole thing, this is going to be a real weird reference. Sweden has liquor stores the same way that Canada does. So if Graham is still watching, he and I grew up in the same town on the Canadian border, so we know what the LOC is in Canada. Same thing. That's where they got the liquor. Only they don't divide it into a liquor store and a beer store like they do in Canada. So you ain't got to go to two places. I mean, I never did. I buy booze in the U.S. in the same place. It's all there in the same place because of freedom. But anyway, they have a state monopoly beer and liquor store called the Systembolaget, and it has a friggin' awesome selection of beer. I'm not kidding you. And I remember at the time they had so many beers that you couldn't get in Denmark, especially American stuff. And I went there, and I was there when they opened. Oh yeah, he's got me. He knows about the Canada. We've done some stuff in the Canada. That's probably stories for another night. We're gonna do that podcast one day, Graham, and that's gonna be like night one. Podcast episode 1 is gonna be uh, misadventures in Canada. So anyway, I'm in Sweden, and I've got uh, I go there like when they open in the morning, which I mean it's not like they open like early in the morning, but early enough because we were gonna go catch the ferry, and I bought a ton of beer because I'm essentially Danish and I'm there on holiday and I want to buy all this beer. And I've got like I got a list because they got a website, so I'm in there making lists of all the beers that I want. Um, and I bought all this beer, and oh my god, did they judge the shit out of me when I'm like checking out? I don't know, 10:30 in the morning. I don't know, just maybe not when the Sustainability opens, but I'm checking out like 10:30 in the morning, and they're just looking at me. It's like Wednesday. I don't know, Wednesday. It's not like a Friday or anything. But I'm buying just boxes, just cardboard boxes full of beer and bags. Um, and then so I bought all this, and there's real judgy, like real look in their eye, like. Thankfully, I don't speak Swedish, or else they probably would have judged the shit. It's like some drunk American who's here to get drunk. So I took all that. We took it to the car, and then we went to the mall in Malmö, and we were going to get some lunch. And then I found out that there was another Systembolaget in the mall, and they had some other beers. So I went up in there, and I bought like 2 big bags full of beer. And I'm sure my wife got a cider or something along the way in there as well. So So I bought these just plastic bags with, and they, they're plastic bags. They say sustainable label on the side, and we go out and we're gonna go to a Chinese restaurant, right? Because there's a Chinese restaurant in there, and I'm like, oh, it looks like an American Chinese restaurant, something that you don't see in Denmark very often. Like, oh, let's hit that place up. I could do some Chinese food. And so we just like we're gonna walk in there, right? And the woman at the front desk, she like flipped her shit, and she's just like running out to stop us, like, oh, you can't come in here with those bags. There's liquor in there. I was like, huh? What? Oh, you can't come in here. There's the with the liquor with from the sustainable bag. Huh? What? I can't come in here and have a lunch with I can't put my bags like my shopping bags. It's a mall. I can't put my shopping bags down on the ground and have a lunch and then go on my way. No, can't have the liquor bags. It's I don't know, the morality police or something will come and get you. I have no idea. Obviously, uh, she did not speak any of the languages that I'm able to speak real well. So basically, it was just like, get the fuck out of here. So I had to walk those goddamn bags while my wife held the table for us all the way back to the car and put them away because they had the devil's liquid in them. And yeah, that's my offensive Sweden story. I apparently tried to corrupt a Chinese restaurant in your Malmö. Same thing happened once actually in Gothenburg when I was there. I had a buddy gave me some beers that I was visiting up there, and then we went out to a bar, and he gave it to me in a sustainable bag. And the bar was really not chill about that, and I got kicked out. It was a steampunk bar, so yeah. See, you can't bring alcohol into bars either, right? Because I also got told that like I can't go shopping for beer and then go have a beer. That is not allowed. Um, Wherein, I mean, in Denmark, literally, you basically I can drink a beer. I can buy a beer in the store, drink it on the street while I'm going to a bar, finish it at the bar, and then order another beer. So freedom. No wonder there's so many Swedes in Copenhagen. There, boom, offended. Oh shit! It is illegal. I thought it was just frowned upon. Fuck! I could have gone to Swedish jail. They probably would have. What do they? They only serve surströmming there, don't they? Oh my god! Swedish jail. I want that. Oh, what is everybody writing? Not offended. If I ever come visit you, don't give me stuff in a sustainable bag, or I'm gonna get kicked out of a Chinese restaurant. What you? Oh yeah, Canada, where 19-year-old dreams come true. Oh, package store. That's all right, bud. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you gotta call it the package store. God damn, I've been gone too long. Um, I have been to Scotland, as a matter of fact, Martin. I I Scotland is the most drunk I have ever gotten in my adult life. Um, I got flown over there. This is just weird as shit. So I'm gonna just take a drink out of here because I want this beer more than I want whatever's left in there. I used to run a blog. That's probably why the channel's called Rock on Beer Blog. I used to have like a typey blog, and At the time, I was the only one blogging about beer in Denmark in English, and for whatever reason, BrewDog flew me to Scotland to their brewing facility, like one day, like 24 hours. I landed one day, um, did like whirlwind tour, and then flew out the next day back to Denmark. All expenses paid by BrewDog, and basically we drank, and it was with a bunch of other like a bunch of guys from the UK, a bunch of beer people. I hate to use the word influencers, but I'm guessing that that's what they were. And then like me and some Norwegian guys and some Swedish bloggers who were like, "What are we doing here?" Uh, and dear God, we started drinking at like breakfast, and then it was on BrewDog's tab all day and all night. So I don't remember anything about Scotland other than a few blurry images in my mind of bars and walking around downtown, um, and a cab driver, uh, and I that is the most drunk I've ever been in my entire adult life. Is that evening, and then flying back to Denmark. I had to stop in London. I had to stop in London, and I just remember I was flying with a Swedish blogger, and we were both so immensely hungover that we just stumbled off the plane, and we went. And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and we found the only place that would serve alcohol in Heathrow in London, and we just were just drinking just to stay alive, and eating just the greasiest crap that we could shovel into our mouths just so we didn't die on the way back to Copenhagen. So yeah, Scotland. Really, I tried haggis though. I did try haggis. I was hammered though, so when I ate it, it was like, yeah, it's pretty good, but I don't remember what it tasted like at all. It tasted like shapes. Uh, oh, well, that would, yeah. I don't want to lose any Chinese restaurants their license. That would suck. It was a good trip. I have fond half memories of it. And then the best part is that I said goodbye to my Swedish compatriot in Copenhagen, and I got on the train, which went like two stops, and then because Denmark's train system is a hot steaming pile of garbage, I had to get off and get on a bus, which took like 2 hours of hungover, pounding headache to get me back to the city that I lived in. And then the best part about that evening was that I got back just in time. A friend of mine and I in here in Denmark, we had brewed a beer at a commercial brewery for a beer festival here in Odense, the city that I live in or adjacent to. And there was a beer festival going on, and we had brewed a beer that was going to get served at a bar. So I came back from that completely, utterly hungover, got on my bike downtown just in time for them to put the first keg of our beer. And then I proceeded to get hammered again because, I mean, what else are you going to do when you're, God, I wasn't in my 20s then, was I? Oh boy, I was 30 by then, boys. Oof. Anyway, those days are gone, I guess. Uh, and what am I going to do with this video? It's an hour. I've been sitting out here an hour. My wife probably thinks I did die. Why didn't I drink that beer? That wasn't the beer I wanted. I wanted this beer. I told you guys that. Why didn't you stop me? All right, I think I have beaten. I think I have beaten the most rambling ever done on a video. And I can. Yeah, I also need to run. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut this off, you guys, at an hour. Maybe I'll do something to cut it up. But thanks to everybody who hung out with me, man. Thanks, Dr. Hans. Thanks, Martin. Thanks, G Folk. Thanks, Graham. I look forward to you, taking the piss out of me later. And yeah, thanks, guys. I mean, an hour-long live ramble on a Saturday night. That's not too bad, is it? I broke science. Oh my God, there's still some seltzer left in here. You didn't hear that. I will stay safe. Cheers, guys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me, and thanks for listening to my rambles. If you did, cheers with all the beers and all the seltzers, and yeah, check me out. Check me out next time. Maybe I'll get some more professional crap going on, and we'll make this. We'll make a real day of this. Yeah, maybe next time I'll do it for a whole day. Cheers, guys. Later. Fucking mouse. Fucking prompts.